So live in the moment, live for today.
Hi, welcome to Live for Today. I'm DJ Dangerfield, and my text this afternoon is from the book of Genesis, the 18th chapter. I'm going to start at the 9th verse and kind of set this thing up. Abraham and Sarah are in the wilderness, and they're being visited by some special visitors, and they're inquiring to Abraham where his wife's at. That's where we're going to kick off this story at here. It says, "Where is Sarah, your wife?" the visitors asked Abraham. "She's inside the tent," Abraham replied. Then one of them said, "I will return to you about this time next year, and your wife Sarah will have a son." Sarah was listening to this conversation from the tent. Abraham and Sarah were both very old by this time, and Sarah was long past the age of having children. So she laughed silently to herself and said, "How could a worn-out woman like me enjoy such pleasure, especially when my master, my husband, is also so old?" Then the Lord said to Abraham, "Why did Sarah laugh? Why did she say can an old woman like me have a baby? Is there anything too hard for the Lord? I will return about this time next year, and Sarah will have a son." Sarah was afraid, so she denied it, saying, "I didn't laugh." But the Lord said, "No, you did too laugh." I want to encourage you this afternoon. Maybe you're up against some circumstances that have you feeling old and worn out. You've been waiting for God to do something. You've been waiting for God's promise. You've been waiting for God to move, and it just seems like the more you wait, the more impossible it gets, the more intense your circumstances get to seem like God can do what he said he could do. I'm going to ask you not a question. I'm going to tell you a statement, actually. Is there anything too hard for God? It ain't up to you. I know you're worn out. I know you're tired. I know you're faith, and you're fighting your faith up against faith, and you're hoping against hope, and you're pressing and you're pressing and you're pressing. But you need to understand, it ain't up to you. All you have to do is hold on and believe what God said about you. Do you believe him? Do you trust him? Well, follow that in the name of Jesus. Is there anything too hard for God? So you may be worn out, you may be tired, and you may be past the age of doing anything impossible. But I'm here to tell you, if God made a promise to you, he's going to see it through to the end. So don't forget that today. Don't forget that today. All you have to do is believe. Is there anything too hard for God? I'm reminding you here today, live for today.
So live in the moment, live for today.